Welcome back, everybody. So, as promised, here is my Justice League movie review. Now, I generally don't know where to start on this, apart from the fact that I absolutely love the film. Yes, it does have a couple of flaws, but in general, the film was really good. I enjoyed it. It's the fastest 2 hours ever. Now, if you're new to my channel and you don't know how hyped I was for this movie, I was hyped. Let me put it like this. Every single trailer that come back, one of the trailers I actually nearly started crying on, and it just didn't disappoint me. But the fact is, there is a couple of flaws, which I'm going to get into straight away, because I want to get them out of the way so we can get on to the good stuff. Now, the first flaw is, it's the characters, the character development. I've already seen Batman in Batman vs. Superman. I know his history. I've already seen Superman, Man of Steel, brilliant film. Batman vs. Superman, in my eyes, and me personally, the director's cut is a great film. And that's me personally. I've seen Wonder Woman in her solo film. Fucking fantastic. One of the best films I've seen this year. But I wanted to see a bit more of the character development of the Flash, Cyborg and Aquaman, which we didn't really get. I know that it could be me being a little bit picky, but you can see this in the film. You can see that they just needed a bit more background to the characters, especially to the people that don't really know this universe that well. It just needed just a little bit more of them explaining their background. The other flaw I had with this is it's just too short. I know there was a mandate from Warner Brothers saying that this movie had to be like, 2 hours? This movie's got the potential to be 3 hours. I sat there for 2 hours and I looked at the film finished. I was like, what? It's the fastest 2 hours ever. They could have. I know there's been scenes cut out from this movie, and if you know movies, if any of you know movies, you'll see it straight away. There's too chop and changey, very jumpy at the start of the film for the first 45 minutes. There's bits missing that need to be added in there, which I get. I know what they're doing. They're waiting for the Blu-ray DVD release, and they can do the director's cut, etc. But for me personally, I want to see the full film when I pay 14 quid or whatever to see this film first off. They are the two bugbears. Now they're out of the way, let's get on to the good shit. And I even do it, I really don't know where to begin on this one. Batman. Brilliant. I loved him in this one. Ben Affleck as Batman. I was one of these people when he got announced to be Batman that I was just a bit like, oh god no. And then in Batman vs. Superman, you see him and he was badass. And then you see him in this movie. I absolutely loved him. He's not as dark in this movie as in Batman vs. Superman. There's quite a fair bit of levity from him. But it works. It really does. I actually really enjoyed his character in this one. I'm struggling to carry on because I don't want to give anything away just in case you haven't seen it. But I generally liked his character. Wonder Woman. She is the heart and soul, but once again, you needed to see a bit more of her because she is kind of like the heart of the team. She was really good. There is also a great scene between her and Bruce Wayne, probably around about the middle of the film. If you've seen the film, you know exactly what I'm on about. And she was, she got a tiny little bit angry, but it's a really good scene between them. Sorry, excuse me. Really good scene between them, but I just like to have seen just a bit more of her. But then again, I did see quite a lot of her ass, because there was a lot of shots of her focused on her ass in this movie. Not that I'm complaining in any way, shape or form, but generally on her account, her performance was really good. She was the heart of the team. Now, who do I go with next? The Flash. Really cool. He is the levity side of this movie, which actually really did work. He's very funny. He works really well in this movie, and I actually really did enjoy him. In this, I just wanted to see a bit more of him, or just a bit more dialogue from him, because he had this potential to make this film even better than what it was. And I genuinely just really did enjoy his character. He's quite funny and cocky, is the way I would put it. Now I'm going to go on to Aquaman next, because he was cool and badass. Once again, I would love to have seen more of him. There is a great scene of him in that movie where he sat on the lasso of truth on the Batman. It's just a really, really good scene. I loved him when in the action scenes as well. He was just badass. He just done what he just. He was awesome. He was really, really cool. I generally, honestly, hold my hands up. I really, really enjoyed his character. Now, moving on to Cyborg. He was the one character out of this whole film that I want to see a lot of. And he is probably the second most standout character in this movie. I loved him a lot. A hell of a lot. For me, him in this... I can't say too much without giving too much away about this film in case you haven't seen it. But he was brilliant. I loved him in this. I really, really did. I'm trying to think. I'll tell you what, I'm not even going to try and explain it. I'm just going to say I actually really, really did enjoy his performance. I can't say too much. I'm not going to do this as a spoiler review. I'm just going to keep this as a non-spoiler because I know there's quite a few of my subscribers that haven't seen this movie. But he was really, really good. Now, moving on to the key character. The return of Soups. It was fucking epic. End of story. Seriously, seriously epic. The way they brought him back was epic. I loved it. When he come back, he had this memory loss, and there's a great scene. I'm really struggling not to say this, but there's a great scene where the League turn up while Superman's at a memorial. At the memorial from Batman versus Superman, and I don't think I can actually say it without giving it away, but there is another scene there between Superman and Batman. And boy, fuck, did I have a chill go down my spine. Now, if you've seen the movie, you know exactly what I'm on about. If you haven't seen the movie, you'll understand when you see it. Superman was fucking brilliant. When you see him fight at the end, Jesus Christ, he was the standout performance of this movie for me. When he come back, he was a very different Superman. There was a lot of levity there. He didn't have quite the darkness you had in Batman vs Superman, or it wasn't really dark in Man of Steel, but he's a very, very different Superman. The only other bugbear I got is I didn't actually like the suit that much. I didn't like his suit that much. I preferred it from Man of Steel, his suit in Man of Steel. That being said, it was just brilliant, and there's a great shot at the end of the whole team stood together, and I was just like, chills going down my spine right now. Now, I'm sorry if I'm waffling on, but I just really, really did enjoy this movie. You get to the end of the film, and you get to the credits. There are 2 post-credit scenes there. One of them is absolutely brilliant, and then if you're waiting right until the end, to the end of the credits, you will see something where I was just nearly like, what the fuck? I didn't see it coming in any way, shape or form. It has set up another movie, which they really need to get their asses into gear with as well. And I was just like, shit the bed. It was just epic. Now, all in all, as an overall review of this movie, I will give this movie a nice, strong 9 out of 10. There is a couple of flaws. Steppenwolf, once again, I would like to have seen a bit more of him as well. But generally, as a villain, he was actually quite good. I could go on and on and on with this, but I'm on 9 minutes already. I'm not going to go on and just keep going on with this. I'm just going to basically say I love the film. The excitement and the hype was there. I really, really enjoyed it. I highly recommend this movie. Yes, I need to see the director's cut, but all in all, well done guys, you're in a step in the right direction. Keep it up. Get those DC films out. Let's show the world what DC is about, okay? Loved it, really, really did. So on that note, please tell me what you think. Put it in the comments down below. Hope you have a great rest of the day, whatever you're doing. Please take care, and goodbye.